Stack the OP, make sure USD got them NFTs.
Yo, what's good, NFT City? It's your boy Chris coming at you guys with another episode of the NFT City podcast. As usual, I'm recording my boy Dom. How you feeling today, bro?
NFT City, what's good? What's good? Chilling, bro. Another day. It's been a few days since we recorded another podcast, and I've been itching for it. So we got a lot to cover today. How you, bro?
I'm good, bro. Saturday, I don't know, bro. Woke up like in a great mood and shit. Got my cafe, About to watch the Knicks in a bit actually after this recording. So yeah, bro, got something to look forward to for this weekend.
Hell yeah. Game 4, damn, son. Who would have thought Knicks in the playoffs, bro?
Yeah, bro, I'm proud that we made it this far, and now they really gotta make me proud in this performance today because this is crucial for anybody who's actually been watching basketball, bro. It's been a rough few games, so.
Word.
Well, again, we got this. Go Knicks.
Facts. All right, so yeah, we got a lot to cover today because we kind of delayed the drop for a few days here, and a lot of information has come out in the last few days. I'll start off with some of the office hours things that came out as usual, right?
Sounds good, bro.
So office hours, they talked a lot about the playoffs, and they're hinting to a lot of new events, quote unquote. So I have a feeling that we're gonna start seeing Top Shop pump out more content that's not just packs. I mean, definitely packs, but also different things, around that, which is pretty cool. Yeah. No details yet on what exactly they're gonna do, right? But yeah, expect them to use the momentum of the playoffs to try to capitalize on Top Shot. Actually, bro, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've gotten a few Top Shot ads. Like
Really?
Yeah, like I think I was scrolling on IG and I definitely got a Top Shot ad. I think for the Halo 3 drop, it was an ad. It was promoted. Or maybe it was on Twitter. I can't remember. Also, in general, sometimes I go into the Discord and just look at general for a bit. And yeah, there's been a few like people saying like, "Yo, I got an ad." You know what I mean? Like, it's good to see them doing some actual marketing because they got flamed for the quote unquote marketing they were doing before with the share your showcase type shit and get likes.
Yeah. It's funny. So, like, speaking about what you were saying earlier with like Top Shot events, like I did see that they're very like pushing for like people to use Twitter. So, for example, I know right now they have that event where I think if you do NBA Top Shot this, which if you guys follow our Twitter page, we kind of post a few cool moments that we've been watching throughout the playoffs. And they actually give you credit, bro, if you share the link of the tweet.
Nice.
I don't know, I forgot how much it was, but it's enough to like buy like a pack for sure. So
16, I think, right?
Yeah, like 16, bro. So yeah, check that out. And again, like, listen, the playoffs is full of moments. Now the funny thing for me is like now that I've been doing that a bit more, I've actually almost hesitant because again we've been talking about like the supply in the market, and it's like sometimes like when I watch like RJ like from the Knicks or just any other star like from another team, like I think to myself, I'm like, damn, like it would be cool. This is a great moment for this person, but it's like I almost don't want this to be the next moment that they meant, right? Because it's like I already know that this dude is gonna have like 4 other moments in like the next 5 minutes. So it's almost making me like mad hesitant about like what's actually a real moment versus damn that was good or something.
Now that you mentioned that, I think the rule of thumb is to wait for like after the game or wait for the next day type shit to Top Shot this. Because yeah, when I'm watching the game, bro, I could get so hyped over a Rose alley to Toppin that I'm ready to Top Shot this whole game. Yeah. And then and then like you said, yeah, there's a whole bunch of other moments that show up, a bunch of highlights that show up that like, oh, that could have made it too, you know what I mean? So you gotta kind of let a day pass by to be like, I still feel like this one's it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, in the heat of the moment, son, yeah, Top Shot everything.
But isn't that interesting though, right? Because isn't that what it's supposed to be, right? The moment, and it's like what you like. We spoke about this before, right? Where it's like, yo, remember that moment when that actually happened? What were you feeling? What were you thinking?
Yeah.
And it's like like your boy was in the Garden recently, and the Knicks had a few moments, and I'm just like, damn, like I will forever remember. I was like, I was there for that. Like when I saw, again, you were saying like an Obi dunk, like those shits are just like. Yeah, your emotions are fucking riling, bro. So yeah. But like, again, like at the end of the day, it is a market, right? So it's although it was a great moment for me and maybe some other people that saw it, right? Do we want every little play like that to get minted? Probably not. So,
Yeah.
but again, that's the beauty of this shit. So,
Yeah. Actually, let me pick your brain on this then. To piggyback off of that, how do you feel about having more highlights or more individual moments, but just less mints of them, versus having less moments is just like more like better moments, but having a higher count to like, but it ends up being the same amount of moments overall in the marketplace. You know what I mean?
damn, bro, that's a great question, bro. Holy shit. I think I will take the less moments, bro, and like just
Okay.
more picky about what they choose.
Okay.
Um, because it's because yeah, like before we were recording, we were talking about this, right? That like when we first started this, when we did we as you guys know, we're doing the Masters Challenge, and we got the Luca moment, and we're like, yo, this is like what his second, third moment at the time, right? And so you're like, this is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And fast forward now, that's like his eighth. He has like 8 moments now or something. And so it just kind of worries me because eventually we've been talking about this, right? It's like down the road when you have 50 moments, it kind of starts highlighting which ones are actually good, like is
Mm-hmm.
that actually a good moment, right, in comparison to this one? So I
Yeah.
think I would almost rather, like, again, since they're gonna have what series, right? I would almost rather that maybe 2, 3 moments throughout that whole series, or because obviously, they're not gonna do anything less than that.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to be really, really, really good moments, like, and yeah, whatever. Maybe you'll have a higher mint for those, but again, you were selective about them, and again, like, I don't know, it just
Yeah.
like what we've been preaching, like it has to be about the moment. I think that's how I'd want it, rather than like I have 50 RJ moments and I have to pick and choose which ones I like. I don't know. What about you, bro?
No, yeah, I think I think I would lean towards what you're saying also. Like I would prefer there to be like very, important moments, and even if the circulating count was a little bit higher, um,
Yeah,
I think as a collector, right, if you're quote unquote in it mostly for collecting, not just making profit, then you probably lean towards that anyways, right? Because you would want to have a chance at owning the fire moment that you could look back on versus just owning something that scares but isn't as important of a moment. You know what I mean? At the
exactly.
end of the day, yeah, I would look at my current collection. I would sell off a lot of things that I don't care about, but I would still hold, like, I would never sell, not never, but you know what I mean? Like I would hold on for a long time some moment that I really like have some kind of connection with. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, exactly.
that doesn't happen with every moment. Yeah. Uh but so that's playoffs. Um we're gonna have a lot. They also announced that we're gonna have a lot more packs, and there's a common playoff pack that's confirmed. So just like similar to Hustle and Show, for instance, it's just gonna be a pack of common moments. It looks like it's gonna be reserved as well. So everyone that reserves a pack will get one, which is interesting. So that means that the circulating count, we can see circulating counts really high up there, right? Maybe in the 35s, 45,000 era. So that's for the common pack, and then they're gonna have a rare pack also. This is gonna focus on East versus West. So I guess looking at the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals, and we're gonna see a pack around that, usually around the 100 to 150 range in price. And then there's gonna be a legendary pack as well for the finals. So those are gonna be moments strictly from the NBA Finals. So a few packs to look forward to, and that's on top of the other packs that are dropping right before or in the near future. That's not related to the playoffs, which we'll get into in a few. So just to recap, common playoff pack that everyone can reserve and get. There's a rare pack again around the 100 to 150, which is on the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and there's a legendary pack just for the finals, which should be around the $1,000 range. And that legendary pack, quote unquote, has like higher stakes or higher based on collector score. So the eligibility, damn, that word is crazy, it's gonna be much higher. So yeah, who knows how much collector score you're gonna need for that one. But yeah, I think the only question it comes to mind with this regarding the rare playoff pack, Eastern Conference versus Western Conference Finals. So we should expect, can you speculate on what? Can you speculate right now what teams are gonna make it so we can kind of decide? All right, what kind of moments are we gonna see there?
All right, so right now, again, so just so people who are listening understand where I'm at in my head. Right now, it's Sunday, May 30th, right? And so at this very moment, the Miami Heat have been swept by the Bucks. Very impressive. I think that's gonna be a big game changer. All right, but just to bring it up, if I had to guess who's gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Final, I believe it's gonna be the Sixers and the Bucks.
Hmm.
I think that's gonna be it's gonna be a battle of the big men, right? Because we're gonna see, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Giannis. It's gonna be interesting for sure. I might be a hater, bro. I truly believe that the Bucks have what it takes to stop the Nets, but again, we'll find out next week. So, well, at least we'll see how it starts.
Yeah.
What you think? And then wait, I'm also missing West though. I think West is the one that's been like more trippy for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without even having to look at it, I guess Lakers for sure. Bro, I don't even know for the rest. Like this shit is looking messy.
Yeah. So I guess to put it into, what do you see coming out of the top side of the West? So you have Utah, Memphis, and then Clippers, Dallas. So what do you see? So you see Utah and who? And Clippers coming out, or Utah, Dallas? What you think?
All right, so I think so right now where we're at, I think Utah's gonna win. They're gonna be Memphis.
Yeah.
And then I think I actually had picked the Clippers beating the Mavs, but right now it's feeling like the Mavs are on a they are not trying to lose this. So
Yeah.
I think the Mavs might come up on that. And then do I think the Mavs could then beat the Jazz? I think that's also very possible. So
Really? Okay. Interesting.
yeah. I think they could do it. Yeah. Like, because again, like if they're beating the Clippers already in the first round, I think that already says a lot. Like, there's something about the Utah team is very good in terms of the way they move the ball, and they're so balanced, like bench to starting unit. But like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like if they get hit enough with enough firepower, like the Mavs do sometimes, where the Mavs just get hot, especially Luca. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna give it to him with the momentum. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's see. I guess would that even make sense? I would have to look at the bracket, but would that make sense?
Mavs and
Mavs,
Lakers.
Lakers, Mavs, Lakers. Would that make
It
sense?
does make sense. 100%.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's my pick right now. So I actually look forward to that because I have invested money in Luka Doncic and this shit. So it would be awesome for him to make it that far. Because as you know, our boy BFD Hayes has been saying, as the guy gets more play time, we've been seeing that typically leads to an uptick in value of the moment. So
Yeah.
hopefully.
Okay. I think if Luca upsets Clippers and then Jazz as well, I mean, bro, crown this man then the next king after Braun takes the retirement, because bro, I don't, what I mean, like the odds are against him kind of thing right now. Although he is up 2-1 on the Clippers right now. But yeah, we so that means we could see potentially Lakers. If not Lakers, what? Denver, right? So if not Lakers,
Nah,
Denver.
I'm not even. Nah, I'm not even. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've been one to doubt the king. I'm not even discussing it anymore.
Okay, but
The Lakers are going to Western Conference, especially after what they did to the Suns recently. It's over. It's
yeah,
over.
you can't bet against Braun. I got you.
Yeah, you can't bet against Ron anymore.
So Lakers, and then I guess we see Utah or Dallas, bro. That's what sounds like it. So look at those teams for the western side of the pack drop, and then on the east, you said that Milwaukee's a solid solid pick, and then the next one is either Philly or the Nets. You're saying, right? Actually, yeah. So then on that side, you don't feel that confident on the Nets, right? Is that?
Yeah, so I feel like I mean we saw what happened recently, right? Tatum dropped 50 on them and they lost. So
Yeah.
it's like they are 100% beatable. And it just comes back to again tight defense and then just hitting them back with offense as well, right? Because although they're good offensively, like if it's easier to score, like a score on them, bro, and you have enough stars on the other team, like think about it like this, right? The Nets are about to face most likely the Bucks next round.
Yeah.
Who on that team is gonna stop Giannis? Not one, bro. I can't name not one person that can stop Giannis on that team. Yet Giannis can guard KD, which we saw in the previous game that they had against each other. And yeah, I guess the next key thing would be slowing down Kyrie and Harden. But again, bro, like Giannis literally has a like drive straight. They have Blake Griffin playing center, bro. Like who is gonna stop this man driving to the paint? There's nobody on that team that can do it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see a lot of scheming. It's gonna be a lot of coaching up to the Nets to be able to do it. But I have faith that this is the Bucks' year to take that step to make it to the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah. Well, to I guess play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Possibly, we just had this conversation about how in a previous year, Devin Booker dropped 70 on
Yes.
unnamed team, and they still lost that game. And the reason why was because they was letting him pretty much go off, making his tools, and while they were being more efficient with threes and on the other end. So maybe some of that goes on this game where you can let Giannis run through and get all his get him his tools and then just kill him with the threes. I mean, look at this Nets team and say that they don't shoot threes. You know what I mean? Like it's
True.
Joe Harris, probably top 3-point shooter in the league. Maybe cause whatever, top 5 you want to say. Then you got KD, you got Harden, and you know what I mean. So and then Kyrie can shoot, bro. So yeah, you ain't looking at people that can't shoot threes either. So maybe some of that goes on there. But yeah, listen, if I had to bet, maybe Milwaukee does take it. And so if that's the one that's a toss up right now for me, but we could see Milwaukee or Nets, and then I think the Sixers have it locked in on the other end, right?
Yeah, because they would hypothetically face either the Knicks or the Hawks, and yeah, they're like we like as a Knicks fan, we faced Philly this season, and the games were very close. But a lot of times they didn't even have Joel Embiid, which is again a vital piece of the team. They're just really good defensively, and they have two like juggernauts on that team on top of a decent supporting cast. So I give it to them going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, or for sure. Like there's not like a doubt in my mind about it. So
yeah. So in this rare pack, expect some Embiid, expect potentially some either big three or some Giannis moments.
let's see.
And
Maybe some Sam Merrills, maybe this is his
Yo.
moment to shine.
Yo, facts. Some Braun, obviously, and then either Luka moments or they're going to the Utah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of packs to look forward to in just like a couple weeks of playoffs. And I guess the last thing to round this topic out was that it's confirmed, and we may have also confirmed the last episode as well, but Series 2 is definitely coming to an end at the end of these playoff packs. So starting from the off season, as soon as playoffs finishes and the finals pack come out, we're gonna start seeing new moments getting minted in packs and they're gonna be classified as Series 3. So that could I don't know what comes with that, right? But expect that they could also play around with the circulating counts. You know what I mean? I don't know if they decide. Yeah, maybe I'll ask you, bro. Do you see anything happening in Series 3? You know what I mean? That they kind of have to end the Series 2 to start? Is there anything that comes to mind? Off rip, I'm thinking that maybe, then you can go back to lowering the circulating count for common moments. Maybe, potentially. Because here's the thing.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
You go. Yeah.
The thing is, it doesn't seem normal or right that let's say the man drops a little bit like it is doing now, that you then drop another common moment that's a lower mint count than the previous one. So yeah, with that in mind, it almost feels like you can't kind of go back in the amount of circulating count. You can kind of keep it the same or increase it. But Series 3 gives you like this, like a new chapter, quote unquote, where you can kind of play around again, with you're considering it something different. So then you can kind of like include some additional things that maybe you wanted to play around with. And clearly circulating count is one of those things that like, damn, like a lot of people are disappointed with right now. So yeah, that's the only thing that really comes to mind. I don't know if you have anything.
Yeah. So like, for me, like as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, of course they're gonna just, Series 3 is probably gonna have it's probably gonna take the next jump. You know how like we saw from Series 1, it took like a big jump to Series 2. That's when we started going into the thousands and like 10K and stuff like that. But the reality is has the Top Shot market grown significantly from Series 2 to potentially Series 3, right?
Yeah.
I think that will probably play a big role because, to be honest with you, like I think the reason as to why we saw the big jump from Series 1 to 2 was the fact that they blew up, right? They had so many people in the market that they needed the supply, right?
Yeah.
And as we've mentioned before, like even like regular packs sometimes don't even sell out. That means that this current supply might already be kind of high. So you know what, man? I think it's possible that we might be lingering around a similar, like you were saying, we're 40K, like 40, 45 right now. So
Yeah.
I think it might just hover around there. Unless something happens during the playoffs where like the Top Shot market just gains a huge amount of new customers, and then they can continue playing around with like a new account. Because I really just don't see them taking a step backwards. I think that would be cool. But I think from a it would say a lot about what's happening, right? Where it's just like, hey, actually, we don't have this many people, so we're taking a step back. And I don't think they're gonna do that. I think PR wise, it's not good for them. But again, who knows, bro? It's in beta. They can kind of do whatever they want. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think those are my guesses. But either way, something interesting to look forward to. Expect something big happening market wise, right? Because we've seen it happen before, right? What's most likely gonna happen is all Series 2 moments will probably go LE, like what happened in Series 1. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna spike in price, right? Because somebody actually has to buy those moments. But let's see, let's see. A lot of factors could be happening all around the same time. So
Yeah. Word. Um. Yeah. So that's pretty much the topics that were hit around the playoffs for this office hour. Um.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there were a few other things, and maybe you can go into them.
yeah, for sure, bro. So again, I'll try to brush these quick because again, we're in the theme of a lot of pack drops coming up. So next week, again, we're recording on Sunday, May 30th. Expects the final drop of Hollow Icon. So this Hollow Icon 3. It has a few gems, it has some stars in it. So again, definitely worth checking out. Um, but to be honest with you guys, again, this is not financial advice. This is just coming from what Dom and I have been discussing. It's like, if you're feeling a little stingy and you had to choose, right? Because again, this pack is gonna probably be $1,000. Like, I might personally hold that for the legendary that's coming up with the playoff stuff.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like these might be good. There, this definitely has some stars and there's some incentives to them. But it's like, I don't know, bro. Like playoffs is playoffs. Like at the end of the day, that's what counts. That's what matters. We're talking about moments. Those are moments. So, definitely something to weigh in when you make your decision. Now, the other thing that they didn't keep mention about the playoffs thing is that it's gonna have a strict, um, collector score, and so Top Shot is very smart on how they go about this, right? So they might even make it so that like you need to have owned the legendary because we've seen that usually gives you like a ton of points. So
Mm.
so something to also be mindful of, right? Where it's like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna skip Hollow Icon 3, but then you might not even qualify for the legendary pack that's coming for the final. So either way, some
Yeah.
things to keep in mind. We also have a premium pack drop, and they didn't really give too much detail about it, but it just kind of sounds like expect some rare moments from just finishing up Series 2. And that's gonna be out of 499. Don't know too much about it yet, but again, something to keep an eye out. Probably also dropping this month alongside these other playoff packs. And yeah, that's I think that's the last bit of like pack drops for the upcoming month. Well, something that they did interesting with the latest office hours, well, a few of the recent ones because they've had a few, is that they had somebody from customer support actually join the call and they just kind of threw out some tips out there. And again, somebody that's worked in support, like I kind of understand like some of the things they threw out there. So, like for example, like if you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of security concerns with this platform, and so like they said, avoid using VPNs. You could actually get your account flagged, which is like a big deal. Um, you know, if you want to contact your support team, they're gonna try to aim for 24-hour SLAs. Like I actually have a brother. They contacted support a few months ago, and he just heard back recently, because he got like two Plumleys in the same pack multiple times, and he was sick, bro. He was tight, like. And so yeah, he went to complain about it, and support took a long time. So yeah, guys, if you know you have your personal complaints, you can actually contact support. They're aiming to provide a faster response time, especially now that they said they like have like 50 plus support reps, which is a lot from when we first started. And they even said, yeah, and then something we've been talking about for a while now, which is bots, is so they're adding cooldown reductions if you complete an identity check. And so that's actually a big deal, right? Because we've been seeing that, like, you know, it could be these burner accounts or something with these bots that are smoking the market. But if, you know, if you add a cooldown reduction to those so they get an identity check, it kind of makes it a little harder to you know, to be using like these other external tools. Obviously, it won't solve the problem completely, but at least it will slow it down, whether it's the minute that it has or whatever they plan on doing with it. Um, and then finally, I guess the last one that I think a lot of people would appreciate is they recently rolled out they had a blog post recently where they've confirmed that 95% of people who start the I guess the identity check process is able to get confirmed within 4 days. So you're able to get a 4 day withdrawals now, which is like a big deal, right? Because we've been hearing people talk about it takes you know, a few months. Like I mean, Don, remember it took you like 2 months to get verified to be able to then withdraw your money.
Yeah.
They're talking about now it takes 4 days, which is a huge improvement. And again, last episode we talked about NBA the Dapper Lab team getting sued, and this is one of their claims. You know that they take a very long time. So if they're promising already 4 months, 4 days, that's a really big improvement. So you know, I hope that those who had that as a concern already got their chance to take their money out. So.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. There's a lot of positives, a lot of like business related. You know what I mean? Just day to day updates for like the how you know how they're improving, not as a product but as a business. So I mean,
Yeah.
you also want to see that, right? Like even when you know the market, quote unquote, isn't doing too good, if you still see the underlying like company making improving, then that adds confidence moving forward towards the overall product, because the market goes up and down, but what can't be going down is your business. And if your business is doing work, making improvements, then yeah, bro, hopefully the market catches up to that on
Yeah,
the other end.
exactly, bro. That's a good point, bro. It's like at the end of the day, it's like, we have our own feelings towards this, right? But it's like it is still a business. And so the way that yeah, exactly. That's a reflection of what could be happening with the market long term. So yeah, as long as they're doing everything that they're supposed to, right? Because they have no control as to if these moments should be that cheap or not. I mean, obviously they can influence it, but they don't want people losing their money. I'm sure that's not, like what their goal is. So yeah, like I think the way that the company reflects on everything will say a lot. And so far they've been doing a pretty good job. So
Word. Now, I think that covers most of the office hours, right? I think,
yeah, I think that was a lot for sure, bro. I think you guys heard enough.
yeah, it was a big one though. So a lot of updates. Again, I'm most excited about the playoff packs that are coming up. Like you said, Halo 3 seems like one that, if you go for it, maybe it's a good strat. Again, not financial advice, but maybe it's a good strat to hold on to that pack, because there are some potential stars in there. But
Yeah.
with the off season coming and them confirming that they want to eventually release the option to sell packs directly or trade them as well, gift them, etc., then maybe it's a good idea to hold on to a pack, which again is probably the best. What people would pay the most money for is the experience of it. You see a lot of recently. You've seen a lot of packs drop like the what's the name? There's the Throwdowns. Yeah, Throwdowns Volume 2, where it was like 150 retail, but a lot of those packs didn't get that money back because some of the moments on there weren't that exciting. But the fact that this Halo 3 has a few stars in them, adds confidence that it's a decent pack to hold on to. Because down the line, right, if you could land that Luka, people know that there's a potential to get that Luka or the Embiid, you know what I mean? Then, people might go for it, right? They got a Cole Anthony, I think, game winner. They got a LaMelo spin around and 3. It was some flair on it. So there's a few stars on there, you know what I mean? And this one has a higher chance than that previous pack to get you some money back. So yeah, but
Sure.
personally, I think maybe if I don't hit on this one, I won't be mad. I might not even go for it, to be honest, knowing that there's gonna be a playoff one, and the good thing, the thing to keep in mind about these playoffs pack is that since you're limiting it to a few teams, and in this case, 2 teams, right, and it could potentially be Lakers and say Bucks, right, then you or Sixers, right, then you end up getting like. You're gonna have to have some stars. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna, and also the fact that they said that they're upping like the ante to the requirements to get in it, right? That's another thing, because you gotta think about it, that maybe some of these whales that are coming in now that have the money to spend on all these moments, right? Maybe they don't have the requirements themselves, right? Like, we got in here early enough that we meet a lot of the requirements. So we got the high collector scores, but
exactly.
Maybe if a whale's coming in now and hasn't collected yet, like all these moments, I mean, probably the chances are not too high, but still, like, you could beat out a lot of people.
That's a possibility, for sure, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You could beat out a lot of, because we own a lot of Series 1s when they were $2, $5, you know what I mean? So that gets us high collector scores and stuff. But yeah,
and just even to just bring it back to when you were saying, like, you could kind of speculate a bit about who you might see, especially like the moments, right? Like, I took a second to think about it, and although, like, I've been, I'm speculating Philly or the Bucks, I will say this though, and this is just from a basketball fan. If it does eventually lead to Lakers Nets, the narratives behind that game will be insane. Especially the moments that will come out of that, right? There's a whole Kyrie Irving meets LeBron James in the NBA Finals, right? Like, if anybody who knows basketball knows that's like a big deal. Kevin Durant's chance at another ring without Golden State. Like, bro, there's so much.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Harden's first ring.
Harden's first ring, bro. Like, there's a lot on the line here. So yeah, if Top Shot wise and the beauty of moments, I think that would be the ultimate matchup to where. I don't know, bro. Especially, I'm telling you, bro, we've been saying this for the longest. If we get LeBron and be like, yo, NBA Top Shot, it's over. It's like, that would be crazy, bro.
You know that meme where he's like, excuse me. Like, imagine him having in the finals doing some, and then going Top Shot. You know what I mean? Like, he'll say some shit like, yo, I'm going to Top Shot you right now. Yo, bro, all you got that's all we need is the king to say Top Shot, bro.
Yeah, that's all we need, bro. That's all we need.
Forget all that marketing.
Especially during the playoffs, right before the finals too. Like, yo, yeah, expect some Top Shot moments from me in the next few games. Like,
rip. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we joke, but yeah, it'd be fire if Brian got on this. Yeah, bro. And then we actually got to talk about the Cool Cats. Actually, we have not a lot to cover there, but I do have a few questions. We finally got, it revealed what exactly was the Cool Cats Master Challenge moment itself. Finally, it comes to an end, right? This was a long challenge, a long set to complete. And right now we're seeing that, there's a good amount of people that actually did finish it. I think we're setting somewhere around 2,300, 2,500 maybe, at the current time of recording. So a lot of people, ended up actually completing it. Just looked up the numbers at $24.99, so 2,500 almost exactly.
Damn, bro. Crazy.
So yeah, I firstly, I guess in a way, congrats to us, bro, for sticking with it. Right, we got in this shit probably January. Yeah, and definitely in January, and we started doing the Cool Cast, and it was exciting as hell. But it feels good to finally All right,
Oh,
finally
that
we
this
ended this
happened,
challenge,
bro.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's a
No,
lot of
it's
anticipation.
yeah, especially and I think some people like will know this feeling, but it's like there was a lot of math behind this as well, right? Because we're talking about money, and this required what 29 moments to complete, right?
Yeah.
Total. And so there was a lot of math, right? And there's a lot of speculating about like, if this many go in circulation and bro, like we thought about it all when it comes to this, right? Because again, this was a big investment on our part. And so yeah, to finally like just feel like holy shit, we're 2 days away from finally having this moment. Oh, here's the other thing about it, right? We were speculating about what the moment was gonna be. It was not a Miles Bridges pass as I speculated, so it sounds like I might have to purchase some Banchan for the boys. Um, but either way, it feels good though. Like, it is still a good moment. Not the moment I would have guessed it would have been, honestly. But again, it is what it is. It's still a mellow ball. Um, and yeah, I mean, if he wins Rookie of the Year, maybe that would be good for us as well, right? Because that would boost up the value of the moment as well, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited that it coming to an end, or that's it. We'll in 2 days we'll receive our Lamellos, and yeah, honestly, these we didn't pay the best price. With the way the market corrected, if we look back at it now, obviously, it's going for like a total of maybe 1,800 right now to get the whole thing done. Um, and we definitely paid a lot more than that to complete them. But and I think mainly because of like AD. I think AD. Well, first, I mean, Luca was a little bit expensive to make, right? It wasn't that
But it,
cheap.
it didn't kill us yet. It didn't kill us yet. It was,
Yeah, but
yeah.
AD one, yeah, like AD. One of the requirements was Tyler Hero, and not only that Tyler Hero fell off, but on top of that, the market fell off.
Oh my God.
Post that drop, and yeah,
R
Tyler
R
Hero's card.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah, bro. So there's a mixed feelings with this one, right? I'm glad that we completed a master challenge, the first of its kind. I mean, looking back at it, if I were to speculate and project to the future, and I look back, this was the first master challenge. We haven't seen any announcement of any new master challenges, but although you can expect there to be more in the future, right? So I'm thinking that you know, um, completing the first ever master challenge and holding that moment, maybe that adds a little, what I mean? That could add a little bit of a thing to it, right? We've seen it in different collectors markets, not just Top Shop, but anything else, maybe even cards. That if you have like the originals, you know what I mean? If you have the series one joints or the first of its kind, it adds a little bit of thing to it. You know what I mean? To
Yeah, bro.
price
No,
wise.
no. Yeah, especially like especially the way they built the hype for this one, right? If you think about it, right? Like the first time we saw this moment thing, like this challenge start, the first piece that was announced was Luca, right? Luca was the first reward, and right away we've been preaching this. It's like, uh, stars sell here, right? And so when I heard Luca, I was like, "Yo, boys, we got to do this." I think it was actually you, Dom, that was preaching for us to do it, and it was like, "We got to do this, right?" And then they announced it was gonna be Lamelo was the ultimate reward, and we were like, "Man, all right, well, Lamelo Ball is getting a lot of hype right now. Rookie of the year candidate, obviously, like projected to be a superstar someday. So it's like imagine having again, we're talking about down the road long term, right? When the mints are significantly higher than 2000, right? We would have one of LaMelo's balls, like that sounds kind of weird. Damn. But you know what I mean. We have
Yeah.
LaMelo. We have one of his first moments in the NBA from his rookie season, possibly rookie of the year season, before the super. Like fast forward to these things is like when these are the young faces of the NBA,
Yeah.
and Braun is gone at that point. It's like that shifts everything. And yeah, bro. I mean, when we first talked about this, we were really looking at this like, all right, because we have a few Lamelos coming our way, and so we're like, maybe we could just take some profit, right, with a few of them down the road. But right now, it's really looking like, especially with what's going on with the market. Again, not financial advice. Like, we might just hold on. That's what we're doing. Like, because yeah, this might be something that down the road could be worth something because there's something to it, bro. There
Yeah.
really is. So especially the whole narrative that I just painted and the emotions that came with it. Like I still remember the first day that where we did the Luca challenge together, bro. We were screaming like yo, I hit on Booker, I hit on Booker, I hit on Booker. Or just even us getting the cool pack hat, like which we actually recorded. We have a recording of it. It's in the archives. So we have a video of us like when we first got our first cool cat packs. I think I was one of the first ones to get one. Like
Mm-hmm.
man, like it was a ride, and so I'm appreciative of it. But let's see how it goes moving forward because yeah, we definitely took a hit, but again, I'm here for a long run. Like again, I believe in this company. I believe in and the basketball gods to be on our side. So
Word. Yeah, it's a great product overall. Yeah. And on that, I think let me pick your brain a little bit. Overall, would you say the Master Challenge is was it a hit or was it a miss? Like,
so if you did it early enough, like we did, it was 100% a miss. Because you can actually just jump in right now for a
mm,
significantly lower price.
yeah,
Um, so I still think there's some value to it, right? But again, like it all depends on like I'll keep it brief. If you are here for short term, it is a miss. It is a miss, 100%. I don't think you're gonna get that much more money because we already seen what happens after these challenges are over. The prices tank. So if
yeah,
you're spending close to 2 grand, you better hope that Lamelo, you better hope you get a jersey number Lamelo or something, right?
word.
Um, and so, but if you're here long term, I think, man, like it could be something big. But I think I can hit it. I can explain it better than that.
Yeah.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, and I mean, I think right. Your perspective is important in whether this is a hit or a miss. I think yeah, overall price wise, is probably a miss. Because it's structured in a way that it probably took too long. I would say.
Yeah.
It took so long that the market went up and down. Um, and then if you end on a low market overall, then you get this feeling of damn, I worked for this long just so that some new person can come in, drop a fraction of the price and get the same, right?
It's a bit of a smack in the face for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't
So I think the biggest miss out of this is the fact that you can just buy up the moments at the end. You can just go to the marketplace and complete the challenge just like somebody completed each individual leg of the challenge, right? I think that's what Top Shot needs to look at and coordinate better and figure it out before another master challenge ever comes out. I would like to see another one in the future, maybe not too many, right? Obviously, don't bombard with
I
master
need a
challenges,
break.
right? But series 3, it would be cool if every series had one, right? I wouldn't
Yeah.
want more than one. But here's a few things on that. One, if we completed the Luka, right, and then completed the AD, and then completed the Jokic, and you know what I mean, we completed each individual leg of the. Why isn't that better? Why should someone that does that get penalized versus somebody that just waits for the very end master challenge and just goes and buys whatever's on the marketplace and completes it and gets the same reward, same chances at a serial number, same everything. Have
That's a
somebody
great
who
fucking
went in and completed every single one, right?
that's a
Those,
great fucking point, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, this was maybe it wasn't in the plans. Maybe it was too much to come up with. Maybe they have a lot going on. But I feel like looking at it now, I feel like with this master challenge, you had to really hit with the master challenge moment, one, and two, you also had to somehow reward people that it completed, who went through all these who were penalized because of the market movements, because this thing took so long. You know what I mean? There isn't a proper strategy that you can apply to get this master challenge if it takes so long, because in such a long time frame, a market can go up and down. You know what I mean? A lot can happen. So right now, people are feeling like this is a miss. This master challenge is like 100% a miss, and I think it's because of that. Because you look at the current price, if you're gonna be rewarded for completing each leg up, then that tells you like, that gives you some confidence or something saying like, yo, yeah, we went through it, but it was worth it because only us, right? We didn't have to wait. But right now, somebody can come in, drop as much as like we dropped on just Luca, or you know what I mean, on just Luca, in the first challenge, and get the whole thing. That's now that I think about it, that's definitely a miss in the terms
Yeah,
of
bro.
how
As
this
you
challenge was
said
set.
it, I like put my head down a little bit. I was like, damn. Yeah, bro, it's true because I remember, and again, like I really hope somebody from Top Shot hears this because like the emotions that we were feeling when we, because this is the other thing, right? Like, and I guess this is also the team is to blame for this. They provided so little information about the Master Challenge at the beginning that we assumed that you would need to have owned, that you needed to have completed those challenges, right? It would only make sense. And so we were like, we need to get this done, otherwise we can't get the Master Challenge. And then eventually it was confirmed that you didn't, you just needed to own the moments.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you started seeing the simple little strategies, like you didn't even need to like, you literally just needed to wait for the challenge to be over, give it even a few days, or and you'll see that like they'll significantly lose value, and then you could just buy in if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It won't compare to the price it is now, but it would have been much cheaper than when it was initially announced. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't. Damn, yeah, I feel like they really fucked up there. Like in terms of like how to reward people like us who were genuinely like invest. And like again, it's something we've been preaching, right? We've been talking about this challenge for months. We've been almost like, hey guys, like this is a good opportunity. And so yeah, and it's not fun. Like you said, it's not fun that a whale could just come into NBA Top Shot today and be like, "Hey, I have 100K. Where do I spend this?" And it's like, like this person could just have a way better experience than us. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Again, lessons learned. Like, but again, luckily we have diamond hands, and so we're gonna see where this takes us long term. Yes, whatever. We may have lost some money at the beginning, but maybe down the road it won't even matter much because LaMelo will take us to the moon. So
Facts. Yeah. So on that note, thank you NFT City for listening. There's a basketball game we gotta get to.
yeah, bro.
Any closing thoughts you got, bro?
Yeah. Again, bro, great idea. Like hitting me up, like yo, I feel like recording an episode today. I was actually feeling it as well, so like I'm glad we were on that same vibe. And yeah, bro. Go Knicks. Hopefully we get this dub in Atlanta. I refuse to have Trey Young talk shit to us again, especially to Reggie Bullock, bro. Like I just can't have it. I believe in this team. I believe we're gonna get this win. And yeah, that's it, bro. NFT City, love ya, and I hope you have a great day.
Peace.
And be easy.